Hello, and welcome to Moonride. This is Dave Johnson channeling the Man Moon today. If you are wondering about the political situation and who's going to be president, you are not alone. I keep asking, I get really pretty much you don't get to know, but he won't be president. I don't understand it at all. So I'm going to just channel this right now and see if we can get some answers. Again, I have to tell you, not just me, but the people that I'm teaching to channel, everyone is getting this message. He's not going to be president. Something's going to happen, and we can't tell you what it is. So let's see what spirit will tell us. By the way, if you would like a channeling session with me, just go to the website. I think I'm going to just put it up here in the corner. You can see the link. Hmm. Hmm. The man with a white beard has showed up. He looks a lot like the man in the moon. Uh, I think he's sort of an interim figure, like he's going to bring me to others. But oh yeah, okay, here we're going. We're going, and there's this sort of pyramid, I guess, and it's kind of like the edges are clouds. So we're just gonna walk through together. Oh my, oh, oh. Whew. Now it's a lady with a sword. And it's I can't tell you the tarot card, but she looks like a tarot card of a lady, one lady with the swords, maybe the Queen of Swords. Uh, can you tell me who you are? The light, but the light aspect of justice, divine justice. That's her deal, divine justice. So is it you who will channel today? She says yes. Okay. Can you show me something that lets me know you come from the light? Ha! She's showing me my first tricycle. It was red. I remember that tricycle so well. Um, yes. Okay. So I'm feeling safer with this lady, and I'm gonna ask her if she wants to speak through me. Hmm. Yes, you may speak through me. Justice is what you are all seeking now, good people of Earth, as you move into the next phase of your, let's call it understanding. There is some aspects of justice which needed to be built up in a sense of people need to feel angry in some sense of the word. They need to be active in their justice instead of passive. And this is a complicated, delicate balance because, of course, we will always suggest that you err on the side of peace. But sitting at home and watching is not peaceful doing something like going to work in some kind of charity, showing your love, speaking to people in a convincing manner, persuading by demonstration, etc. These are acts that can be done without any kind of violence. And this is what is brewing now. All of you are wondering which direction to go. And that's normal. That is exactly the way that it must be. All of you are questioning, and the questioning now is resounding. It is resounding throughout the universe. What is going on? That's what you wish to know. And we cannot give you too many details. It does have to be a surprise. That is part of the progress of humankind, is to be shocked, shocked into a sort of awakening. And it cannot happen easily. Things simply do not operate in the way that hmm, you might like to have for a sense of ease. There must be the sense of dis-ease, that is disease, or you will not operate. You will not change in the way that you need to grow. So think of this as a message of divine justice, not necessarily the justice that carries the sword and attacks, etc., but a broader justice which changes minds and changes spirits. You might think of this now as a sort of, let us call it a test. That is, can you stay true to your ideals and remain peaceful and address the problems of today? And for others, do you really believe in the democratic systems that you've been speaking of for some time? Do you really believe? That is the question. Beyond what you are seeing, what else is true? A portion of what has happened is that everyone is doubting. They are doubting the channelers. They're doubting the psychics who've done this work for some time. They are doubting themselves, wondering why. How could it happen like this? But it is always like this. Great changes come about in magnificent ways that are not necessarily predictable. Sometimes great changes come about during incredible times of stress. Many of you right now are already doing things in reaction to the stress that you are feeling. That is, you cannot change your government today, but you can change yourselves, you can help others, you can join with others and commiserate with them on the injustice. These are all ways of being right now. We cannot tell you the details of the road ahead. We can only tell you that what it seems to be now is not at all what it will be soon. And when we say soon, maybe we can give no, we must not give a time. We considered this, but it is not wise, because then you will be waiting for that time, and when it does not occur correctly as you presume, or when it proceeds but you do not perceive it, you will be left out in the cold, wondering again, is this real? Is there another dimension that speaks some kind of truth? We will ask you again to be patient, to do what you can, and to understand that there's a greater plan of justice. It cannot be scheduled as you would like it because there are other factors to consider throughout the universe. The most important thing is to solidify, that is, for those who are skeptical of the incoming administration, you must solidify. You must agree that this is not going to be easy. There will not be a simple question of just voting and getting what you want at this time. That is not enough. And now you are asked the question, what next? We want you to decide this instead of having us decide this. We want you to expand in your consciousness and move in that direction. Tune in to your own guides. What do they tell you to do? If you want to know how to tune into your guides, watch the beginning of this video and you will see how Dave does it. He can advise you should you contact him. Though it is wise to ask for an appointment, he does not have all the time in the world. He can teach you how to do this, and you don't need to pay him. You can learn on your own. Now is the time for you to learn on your own. Watch other readers, perhaps, and see how they do it. But the task of getting to the future is up to every individual. Meditation will help you now. Trust will help you now. Connecting and praying during the meditation makes a world of difference. That difference will start with you. The difference now must start with all of you, starting from the beginning and extending then to your friend and your colleague, and then the country you live in, and then the planet Earth. It must start with you. This is the message that we have for you, which is spend this time not worrying about others and how they will manage and control you. These people do not have as much power as you think. That is, they can cause problems for you. But if the problems are viewed as an opportunity for you to learn and expand, then it is somewhat of a benefit. This may not seem so. Again, you would all like a life of ease. And why should you not want such a life? But a life of ease means very slow growth. And this is not the time for slow growth. Must be great. It must be dramatic. We can assure you that the events in the near future will be dramatic. That is, you will watch them and you will be amazed as they come about. All we will ask you now is to keep going, to keep up your faith, to keep meditating, to keep interacting, and to keep being peaceful. There is a divine justice. Understand that those who are playing a role, perhaps a role that is dark, are also among those who are suffering. They do not necessarily know how to stop playing that role. No one has said no to them in a way that they can really understand. It might be that they would rather stop, but they cannot manage themselves to do so. It might also be that some have taken the easy route. It is easy to be unkind. It is not easy to love your enemy. Go forward. Do not worry too much about what others think or what will happen, for these things are largely beyond your control. Focus on what you can control, and that is you and your perceptions, and understand that it will not last. The state of danger, the state of worry, the state of attack, all of these have been presented to the people, and many are wondering if they made the right choice. This is exactly as it should be. Even if the administration, as you call it, continues over the next few months, the reaction to that administration will galvanize the end of the administration. That is, they have and will behave so badly that almost everyone will come to disregard this tangent in your history. We can say one more time, do your best. Understand that the love is there out there in the universe. It does want you to succeed, and it does care about justice. But it must work out in a longer pace than you are used to as a human. It must work out in a very special way. There are data points that you are not necessarily aware of that are going on within your world right now. This is unknown to you, but it will be known in the near future. Take heart, understand that you are loved, and the next dimension truly is real. It is not deceiving you. It is working in the best way that it can to assure that those in the future will indeed live in a more just place. Again, we send our love. We understand that you are suffering, and we would ask you, just let us help you. Let us help you in your suffering. Contact your guides. and ask them the questions that you need to ask. You may rely to some degree on others, but it is also important to rely on yourself. We send this message with all of our love to humanity. Help is there. It is present. It is on the way. It is just not yet ready to be perfectly seen. We end this transmission with all of the love that we can send to you. Thanks so much for watching.